Caleb. Nice to see you. Hi, everybody. It is me, Kimberly McAlinden, and welcome to, can you believe it? It's episode 10, 11. 11. I'm even one more episode than I was. So today is a super, super busy day for me. I cannot believe how just amazing everything is happening for me. I'm very, very, very excited. So uh, I have a lot of new followers and a lot of new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. And so I'm going to now ask you, if you're not subscribed and you do get a little value from this, please hit that subscribe button and like it, give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions or comments about anything that I go over. I love to answer comments. Hi, Luann, how are you? So lots and lots of stuff going on for me these days. And again, I cannot seem to get that right with my little wall. So you're excited for me and all my new developments. Thank you so much. So today is super busy for me. I have this podcast here, and then at 5 o'clock, I will be on the Knitting Places live at 5. We'll be talking about the levitating cables or knot pattern that I designed for them for Knit and Escape this past weekend. And then that's from 5 to 6 Eastern. And then from 7 to 8 Eastern time, I will be talking with Angie, who is the brains behind the Traveling Yarn Yogi. And she is kicking off her designer series. Hello, Canada. And she will be kicking off her designer series with me from 7 to 8. That event you have to sign up for. So it is a free event. It's a Zoom call. Hi, Atlanta. Hi, Gail. Thank you. Hi, Molly in Missouri. Or in Missouri. However, I sounded very New Jersey when I said Missouri, didn't I? Hi, California. It's so exciting to hear where you're all from. So if you would like to be a part of the designer series that Angie is having, then that is a link that you have to sign up. If you go to my Instagram, I'm Kimberly McAlinden. That's how you spell my name. Hi Debbie, if you go to my Instagram, did I post it? I think I posted it. If not, it's on the Traveling Yarn Yogi, and there is a link to go to her website. Hello, Edinburgh. Who doesn't love Edinburgh? So that's all happening today. So that's wonderful. Thank you all for your kind birthday wishes last week. Hello. I had a wonderful birthday. I actually was in Turks and Caicos, so that was super exciting. We went and we had a wonderful time. They have very strict rules on how to get into the country now. So, just hi, Jersey girl. So it's been amazing. So I have a lot of stuff to go over. So let's get started. Also, I will be at Cakepalooza on October 14th, 15th. It's Friday. It's in a couple Fridays. Hi, New York. So I will be at Cakepalooza. If you have any questions on where I'm going to be or what I'm into, I do have a website now called knitarainbow.com. And on that Knit a Rainbow, on there, at the bottom, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see where I'm going to be and what I'm doing. So Cakepalooza is coming up. I will be there in person. Which is why I got this sign, because I'm going to be at Cakepalooza. Everybody can come and say hello to me. Hi, Jane. I just really never know what a great time is. Today, 3 o'clock worked for me because I actually went for a hike with my brother this morning. If you want to see how handsome he is, because he is handsome, but he's very happily married. I put a picture of he and I on my Instagram story. So if you want to see what he looks like. Hello from northern Minnesota. Wow, that's exciting. Okay, for my birthday, I did receive a beautiful gift from our son Colin, who is graduated from college in 2021. And so I was opening my presents from Marin. It was really cute. She got me a sling that you wear when you're hiking that Hank goes in. It's so cool. I can't wait to take pictures of him and to show everybody how cool he looks. And while we're on the subject of Hank, he is a 6-pound Maltese. I've had a lot of questions about what kind of dog he is. He is a purebred dog, and he is, thank you, Diane. And he is just an absolute joy. He weighs like 6 pounds, 4 ounces, and he's 2 years old. And he is just so much fun. So Marin got me a sling that I can wear that he can lay in and go on hikes with me, because I absolutely love to hike. My other son, Graham, is in college, so he sent me a lovely note, and it was wonderful to hear from him. And then our oldest son, Colin, are you ready? He got me this beautiful yarn bowl. Oh, sorry, there's the light on there from, anyway. But look at, isn't it beautiful? Like, it's just pretty on the table with, with nothing in it. I have no idea where he got it from. So sorry, but look at, and he was like so excited to give it to me. So cute. So that's that is what I got from Colin, and of course I got to go away with my delicious husband. So that was my wonderful birthday, and it was we went to Turks and Caicos, and we stayed in Grace Bay, which was absolutely beautiful. I've never seen water that color, and I've been to a lot of the Caribbean, but it was so beautiful. Okay, the next thing is, and I will get to talking about this little girl in a minute, but very exciting things going on. I actually got my pens, and they are actually up on the website and ready for purchase. And are you ready to see them? Here they are. So they have two ding dongs in the back. What are those called? I know they're not called ding dongs, but here they are. And for your bag, if you would like, they are available. They are $11.99 with free shipping. Also, because I'm all about merch these days, and I'm so excited, I had stickers. So I gave away stickers, and they were little. They were little stickers. They weren't really what I wanted. So I'm going to give those away at Cakepalooza. If anybody comes to Cakepalooza and comes to my table, you're welcome to take them. I'm going to leave them out for people, and they're nice to put on whatever. But this is really what I wanted. So this is a sticker. You could put it on your water bottle. I will have pins with me at Cakepalooza. I absolutely will, Luann. I will. Oh, I'm so excited. Who ever thought? I just never thought that I'd have this. I'm so excited and grateful to share all of this with you. Those of you that are my patrons, I do have a Patreon page under my name, Kimberly McAlinden. I paused it for the summer because I was taking care of my daughter who had surgery, and I didn't have it going. But I'm going to start it up again in November. So if you're interested, you can actually look at the things that were on there before. But if you want to become one of my patrons, you're welcome to go to my Patreon. All my links will be in the description box below, where they belong. So these are stickers. By the way, look how happy that looks on my water bottle. And I think I have the lighting worked out. I am still in the attic. It is glorious in the attic because fall has shown up in the Midwest. in the Northeast. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think because I'm so excited, and I am also a little nervous later to talk to everybody. So I don't know why. I mean, I talk to you guys every week here, but these stickers are also available for purchase. They are $2 on my website, and they are free shipping. So these are the I can't believe how excited I am over this stuff, but I am. And it's really fun, you know, to look for stuff. Okay. So I got that done. Yarn purchases. Oh, before I go over a yarn purchase, I came home from vacation to this absolutely beautiful birthday card from Marlena Gardner. She is such a joy to be friends with. We met. She's a customer, so I used to help her, and now she's just, you know, a friend. So I get this beautiful card, and I open it up, look, and I go, oh my gosh, look at this card. And wait, you guys, the rainbows make me so happy. Here you go. So it was just a beautiful card, and the cool thing about this, it comes off, right? It comes off. So it says, Kimberly, your birthday is pretty magical, but then so are you. Have a super wonderful birthday. So thank you so much, Marlena. So I got this beautiful card, and then she sent me yarn. This yarn, gotta put my glasses on now, friends. So this yarn is new to me. It's called Audine Wools by Knit Crate. Creative Grandma. Isn't that cute? I love her label. And it is sport weight yarn. This is the colorway Sky. So this is merino and tencel. So this would be like great for socks, or to do like a V-back tee or something like that. And there are actually 2 more skeins. Oh, and they're different. Okay, so I have 2 of these. This would be a really pretty wrap too, or a cowl. Mix this with mohair. Ooh, that'd be fun. And then this is Knit Logic by the same person. Oh, this is Brooklyn Boy Knits? Knitology. I'm sorry, Knitology. Wait. I never heard of this before. Isn't that the great thing, friends, about knitting? Is that you can get something in the mail or go to all different yarn shops and experience all different types of yarn, right? From all different types of people, and, you know, all different price points, and they're all beautiful. I love it. Look at the colors on it. Wow. You know what? I think I nailed the lighting. This is exactly what it looks like in the hang. Man, this is beautiful. Royal Court. Are they both Royal Court? And this one's Empire. So these are 2 different colors. Look. But look how happy they are together. What weight is this? This feels DK. Oh, it's worsted. Ooh, these would make great hats. Can you imagine with a beautiful, like this one, I'd put like a lavender or a pretty light gray pom-pom. And this one is just beautiful blues. So Marlena, once again, thank you so much. Okay, yarn purchases. Sorry, not sorry. I am so happy to do this. It's so much fun. So let me find what this is. First of all, I was so excited because when I opened my package, there are like these little things in my package. I could use those for a million things. All right. So this is Kim Dye's yarn, which I have a hard time. I just got a new doctor, and her name's Kimberly, and then, you know, Kim Dye's yarn, and, you know, anyway. But this is her Brioche Decay base for yarn. This is the color of the month. So she has a color of the month. She does pre-orders for them. You can just go on her website. I will link it in the description. And of course, my birthday's in September, so I wanted to get, I've been dying to use her yarn. You know, she was featured in, I can't remember, but it was a worsted weight sweater. I don't know if it was Caitlin. It might have been Caitlin Hunter. It might have been, but anyway, and her yarn just it was so beautiful, and in worsted weight, I was like, wow, I would really like to do that. And so I've been kind of following her for a while, or stalking, whatever you want to call it. And so I was so super excited that I was on the beach, and this is the bad thing about shopping when you're like in a happy place. You're like, oh my god, yeah, I'll buy it. But it's so easy to purchase things now, right? So we have to be careful, but not too careful, especially when we're talking about yarn. But so her September color is called Flannel Jacket, and mine came. Okay, are you ready? So I got it in the DK, of course. And how many? I got 5 skeins. Ready? You guys, look at this. And since today is September 30th, it is the last day if you wanted to order this color. So she has it in all her bases. You just like pick from the top down menu. I did these hair hangs today. What do you think? I don't know. Oh my God. So this is Superwash Merino, 113 grams, 280 yards. Look how pretty it's gonna look. I love it. I love it. You did a great job. Kim, you did a wonderful job. So I do have 5 skeins. And just so you guys can see. Oh. Oh. I'll go back and look at that. Let me just push these down so you can. Holy cow, look at this yarn. Man, look at. Oh my God. So see how nice and consistent they are? Consistent but different. Look at. Oh, so hi Angie. Angie's on. Angie is the Traveling Yarn Yogi, and I will be on her podcast or her Zoom. You have to sign up for it. So look at. And she is saying that she carries her yarn. So if anybody's looking for it, go ahead and look at Pearl the Yarn Bus. We'll go on Traveling Yarn Yogi. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's a stunner. I hadn't pulled all of them out, so I got to open it up with you, friends. That's so much fun. Okay, I'm looking at all my stuff. See, what else do I have to do? Oh, I think maybe let's talk about this girl back here. So I was a test knitter for, hi New Zealand, nice to see you. So I was a test knitter for Caitlin Hunter. I love to do her things, and because what I love about Caitlin as a designer is, well, as a tester, is that she loves when you do variations of her patterns. She loves when you do that. And so I always feel very free, to put my own spin on her pattern. We all come in different shapes and sizes, and when you find a way to knit other people's patterns that look great on your size, well, that's magical. That's when you will primarily be a make garments for yourself. That's when you become a sweater knitter, is when you figure it out, like what looks good on you and how you can change things. And I'm really excited because on my Patreon, I don't know know how do you say it, Patreon or Patreon? I don't know. But on my Patreon, starting in November, I'm going to do a series, and it's going to be about sweater knitting, and it's going to be, you know, nuts and bolts. There is going to be like an add-on for that, because there's going to be a lot of teaching. I might turn it into a class. Like, I don't really know. It probably won't be, you know, the regular fee. There'll probably be a little bit extra so that others can join. But I find that the questions that I get from all of you are questions that, and Angie and I were talking about this yesterday on the phone, things that I take for granted that I do, right? I take for granted. So for instance, let's talk about, is it on here? Yes. Yeah? I think these are picked up stitches. Okay. Let's talk about the tip of the day. You guys ready for that? Not so much here, because this is top down, right? So this is you're starting here and you're knitting. Was it top? No, this was bottom up. Kimberly. Oh, I'm glad that would be something you'd be interested in. So this was bottom up, actually, because I did the lace first. Let's remember. And I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Okay, so when these were picked up stitches, but you know, we're all doing, I'm going to talk about top down now. That's not top down either. Nope. I have another sweater over there, but I don't have them. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. If you are knitting top down and you're doing ribbing, right? So this one is a 1x1 rib, but let's say you're doing a 2x2 rib, any kind of ribbing. And usually the ribbing is done with two sizes smaller than what you're knitting the body on, right? So if you're knitting on the body and you're gonna start your ribbing, just say like your sleeve ribbing. So let's say we're going from a size 7 on the body, and then you're going to go to a size 5 for the ribbing. What happens is people get to the length that they're going to go to, and then they change to size 5 and they start knitting. And what happens is that first row of knit 2 purl 2 or knit 1 purl 1 kind of looks a little wonky. So here's your trick. Ready? You're going to knit one row in the smaller size yarn, in the smaller size needle, knit one row around in the smaller size, and then start your ribbing. That's the trick. It's a very simple trick. It's you know, and I would say I would never even talk about that, because what's the big deal about that? But I'll tell you what the big deal about that is. The big deal about that is that your ribbing looks much more, it looks a lot neater. It looks like it's supposed to be there. Instead of in the beginning, there's that transition from stockinette to ribbing, and it looks a little wonky. And so if you knit one round or row in the smaller size needle, that tightens everything up. So when you're starting to knit 1 purl 1 or knit 2 purl 2 or knit 3 purl 1, you're already working on those smaller sized stitches. Okay, I'm glad you like that tip. So let's get back to this beautiful test knit sweater. So this is called Glacial Lights Tee from Caitlin Hunter. It was released when I was on vacation. So thank goodness that I already had all of my pictures and stuff done, because actually this was done in May, and Caitlin, she moved. So she moved, you know, across state, and so it wasn't released, you know, usually, you know, it's released the week or two after you finish knitting it. So that's why I kind of don't remember anything about it, except how much I love it. So if you look look at the picture, which I'm going to pull it up now, friends. I love wearing glasses. I love having to put them on. Okay, I'm going to show you Caitlin's. Okay, ready? I love her necklace in this picture too. So how did this end up? Well, I guess I should raise this up a little. Let's raise you up. All right. How did that? Is that the right one here? Okay. Oh, you're so pretty. So how did this in my mind turned into this? Come closer, honey. Everybody wants to see how pretty you are. Well, the first things first. I love this yarn. This is merino linen, and this is from Wishbone. I don't remember the color. I don't remember, but this would look great in moondrake merino linen. It would be great if you had, any kind of merino linen. I wish you could see it. I wish you guys could touch it. It's so pretty. So I started, I knew for my body, for me, different colors, horizontal stripes, no bueno. They don't look good on me. They're just not, it's not something that I would ever go to the store. Hi, Ruth. It's not something, hi, pretty Ruth. I would never go to the store and buy a sweater that has horizontal stripes on it. But I loved the lace. I'm going to remind you again. So I loved the lace. If you hadn't seen my test knit, you never purchased the pattern. Well, Janet, that is the ultimate compliment. Thank you. Thank you. So I thought, okay, now also I don't have as many lace repeats as in the pattern. I don't have as many. And the reason for that is, while Caitlin she's like this big. She has the most beautiful, she has an adorable figure. And this kind of sweater looks so cute on her. But for me, for how I feel about the way I look on sweaters, I didn't want lace, and there is a pearl ridge in between each of these, which I did not do. I didn't want that across my bust. So what I did was I did not knit as many. I knit it in one color. I omitted the pearl ridge. And then I knit the instructions, just adding a little extra here. All that's on my Ravelry. I guess what I'm trying to say is I loved the pattern. I loved the way that it looked. I loved it. But I knew that I loved the way it looked on her, but not how it would look on me. And so, again, I'm just going to say patterns are like recipes, right? So I just changed it. So I'm on vacation and I post everything. Thank you, Jody. And I post everything. I do what I'm supposed to do. And I'm so excited. And she is so amazing on how her test knitters, she promotes her test knitters. So, she's showing everybody. So I'm like, oh, mine isn't in it. Now, she had said way back in May how pretty it was and how she loved it and all this stuff. And so last night, I'm clicking through my Instagram And she actually has a post saying, now this is the designer, Caitlin Hunter, Boylan Knitworks. And she said that she wants to do a single solid color one because she was inspired by test knitter me. That's the stuff that gets me going. That's the stuff that, when you guys write in the comments, like I received a comment from someone that was sending her child off to college, and she was feeling all the feels and, excited for her child, but, sad, it's sad. It's awful taking your child to college. So she woke up and she thought to herself, I'm going to put on Kimberly and knit a little bit. She'll help me through this time. I was like, I save those things because it's amazing. It's just amazing. So anyway, to get the feedback from the designer, I just was like, mind blown. So this is, it's on sale, I believe, till the end of today. It's 15% off the pattern. This is how great would this be if it was, if any of you, my mods on that shirt make you want to knit it. Oh, thank you very much. I'm at Ray Sunshine. Thank you. How great would this be over a, oh, excuse me, didn't mean to get her. Over a jean jacket over this so here in the Northeast, like it could be 55 degrees in the morning and then be 70 in the afternoon and dip down to 40, when the sun goes down. So, this would be a great layering piece. It would be great to wear over a dress, over those pretty linen dresses. It would be great if those overalls are back, friends, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna get myself some overalls and I'm gonna wear them so hard. I loved overalls. Not necessarily in jeans, like, in cotton and linen, those overalls, I want some. And so this would be so cute under it. Now, here's another little tip. Let's say you put this on and you love the way it looks on you, right? It's a great tee, it's a great shape, it works for you, and you want to make more. You can make this because this is the silhouette that looks good on you. Just don't do the lace and wear this underneath anything you want. You could even take this, don't do the lace, make it long sleeve. Now you got a little sweater. Now you're starting to think like a designer, right? Making things the way you want them. Don't be afraid to do that. You all have the power to do it. So Glacial Lights Tea is on sale. I think it's 15% off through today, September 30th. Tomorrow's October 1st. I love October. Do you guys love October? I love October. You know what? You're going to hear me say I love every month. Because I do. Because we're lucky to be here. That's what I think. I'd rather be on this side right now. I'm happy to be here. I am wearing Knit a Rainbow in the short sleeve version. And it is, this is in dough, which is from Cakewool. And it is, I think it's an MCN. I'm really sorry. You better knit that sweater. You better, Ruth. And it is just, I love this sweater. This is also a great sweater. Well, obviously, it's called Knit a Rainbow. Come on, friends. So that's pretty much all I have for you. It's 34 minutes. Do we have any questions? Read out your comments. Talk about something that you want to knit. Shout out another designer that you love. What do you think? Anything? I'm going to lower this. Isn't it pretty, though? Thanks for standing tall, friend. There are 70 of you on here? Oh my goodness. Hey, hello, everybody. Hello. Let me take a sip. What about sizing? For what? How do I'm not really sure. Sizing for what? Want me to sing? I will tell you a funny story. We had a party for our Marin. We were celebrating her before we went on vacation. And so we had family home. We had it outside. And my husband is the youngest. What is the name of this sweater, Joan? This is Glacial Lights Tea by Caitlin Hunter, who is Boylan Knitworks. Sweaters plus sizes and positive ease. I know, Ruth. So I say this, and I'll say it again. Take your favorite sweater, the favorite one, or a shirt, even if it's like a button-down shirt or any kind of shirt that you feel comfortable in, that you like the way your figure looks in that shirt or that sweater, and measure it. Measure it from, lay it flat and measure it from armpit to armpit. Measure it. Oh, thank you, Gail. Gail has knit a rainbow sweater and the lovely tee, and she loves them both. Thank you, Gail. Measure underneath your arm, right? And then that is the size that you would knit. I know a lot of designers, and I do it too, is to write how much positive ease is in something. I know it was, Gail. But honestly, like, I always usually make either the 40, from 48 to 50, whatever's closest to that number, that's what I always make. I make things so amazing. Thank you. Because that's the size sweater that looks the best on me. I mean, unless I'm going to make like Hohilo Catelli's boxy, or, the new pattern, the finished size. That's correct. Your finished size. I always err toward, size 48, 49, or 50, whatever the designer, wherever the designer's close, right? So if the designer has, it's either a 48 or a 52, I'm going to do the 48. Because the 52 gets a little bit too big and a little too blousy. And then I just look like I'm wearing a tent. So if you look on, well, I'll pull it up right here. I will pull up. Okay, so this one this one is the 48. And I'll pull it up for you. And this is what 48 looks like on me. A little on the tighter side, but I liked the way it looked. What tips can you give for adjusting sleeve sizes? I find that a lot of patterns for larger, don't seem to correspond with needed sleeve opening. Where do you add stitches? Wonderful, wonderful question. Thank you, Ruthie. You're so cute. Where I end up adding stitches, if it's top down, I add them under the armpit. So if you're doing your top down sweater and you're following the instructions, right? So we're knitting from the top down, and we're going to get to the armhole opening here. And where do you reduce? Great. So you're going to knit down to the armhole, and then where the armhole is where you have, like, right under here is where you have opportunities to make changes. Okay, so you're going to take that little piece, and you can add or subtract. Thank you very much, Sandy, or Shady Sue. So if you need an extra inch on either side, now remember, you have to do it the same on both sides. So number one, you need to know how many stitches to the inch. I'm going to say it's 4 stitches or 6 stitches to the inch, just so it's easy, okay? So if you need to add, let's say, 2 inches, so 1 inch on either side, you're going to follow the instructions, and then when they say, you're going to knit a couple stitches and then put the armhole stitches on a thread or whatever, and you're going to cast on with backward loop 10 stitches, you're going to add 6 more stitches, So you're going to add 16 stitches. That gives you 1 inch on one side. And then you're going to do it on the other side so that you have all of those stitches underneath your arm. And then when you pick up your arm, you know you're going to have 6 extra stitches to take away or decrease wherever you want, or you don't have to. What I like to do when I'm adding stitches that aren't incorporated into the pattern is I like to, because I have larger upper arms, is to leave them there for a bit and then decrease a little bit quicker, right? So if you have added 6 extra stitches, you're going to need 3 extra decreases. If you add 4 extra stitches, you're going to need 2 extra decreases. Okay? And so those can be added wherever you want. You can even do it like, let's say you're knitting down and you're going to decrease your first decrease. So decrease as normal, and it says decrease every 5th row 20 times. So if you're decreasing every 5th row 20 times, so on the first time, you're going to decrease, your 2 stitches. On the second time, you could decrease 4 stitches. Nobody's going to know it's under your arm. So you could do that, okay? And I hope that makes sense. I am actually going to go through and watch myself. I'm going to go through and watch myself, and I'm going to write down what my little tips were. And I'm actually going to talk about them in depth on my Patreon. And it's just, there's so much that goes into everything that it would be great for me to say to you guys, okay, here's your little tip. If you want to see more of it, or you want to see me absolutely talk, forever about armhole decreases, head on over to my Patreon. And if you don't, that's great too. I just want everyone to get the information that I have, because I have a lot. I've been doing it for a long time. So I hope that helps. And similarly on the other end, let's say that the armhole is way too big for you. You have a larger bust, but you don't have larger arms. So, and that's a wonderful wonderful thing to have. I would suggest, if you can do it. I agree, Jody. I have said, and even when I was the editor of a magazine, I am doing a knit along, thank you. Even when I was the editor of a magazine, and when I was designing full time, back before I started designing again full time, life is a circle, right? Is that when they started adding larger sizes, so I used to write the sizes from 32, and 50 was the largest size, right? And I would do either 50 or 52. Once you get after 50 or 52, it's another pattern, friends. It really, to fit properly, it's another pattern. And I used to kind of say, like, listen, I'll do it, but it's going to be 2 different patterns. It's completely different grading for larger size women, because like I've said a million times, you need extra fabric here and here, but you don't need it really super long here. And that's why a lot of patterns don't fit us, because the designers, they haven't lived it, right? So they don't really know. It's not their fault. And to grade a pattern, so the pattern that it's going to be a sweater. I'm going to wear it at Cakepalooza, but the pattern won't be ready for a little bit, because I want to send it out to test knitters. I want people to knit it. It's lace. I have to write a separate pattern for every single size. That's 9 separate patterns. That's like 60 hours of work, friends. That's, and each pattern is what, $7, $8? It's a lot of work. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just take that up as my soapbox thing. You also read too much fabric on my back. Yeah, any thoughts on that? So, Jody, you know what it sounds like you need? It sounds like you need short rows across the bust. If you go and watch my last podcast, I talk a lot about short rows and how they can help you. It sounds like you need, you know, an inch or two right in the front here to give you extra fabric, but not give you extra length. And that would only be in the front and not in the back. All right. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining me for this last 45 minutes. I absolutely love spending time with you and talking to you about one of my absolute most favorite things in the world, and that's being a maker. If you're a maker, whether you are a maker of knitting, crochet, weaving, bread, sewing, children, you're a maker and you're a special person, and you should celebrate you for doing that. So when life is hard and days are gray, knit a rainbow. I absolutely love being with all of you. Have a wonderful week. I'll either see you later this afternoon and then tonight, or I'll see you next week.